Hello everyone. Now we are going to start our practical part. So in this video we are going to see how actually we can create a S3 bucket and how actually we can upload a file. So once you will log into the AWS account, this will look like this. I hope you have already created a AWS prettier account. What is the first thing? First thing here you can see right here the region it is given. So what we will do, we are going to select the nearest region. So I will going to select the Mumbai region and whatever the service I will create, right, I will create here only so that I will remember like every practical whatever I am doing that I am creating under this particular region. So after that you have to search for the S3. So I am going to search S3 in a search bar. You can see S3 is coming. Once you will open right, S3 window will open. You can see Amazon S3. First time it will show you like this. Amazon S3 store and retrieve any amount of data from anywhere. This we have already understand, and also benefits and the feature and the use case is given. This you can go through. We are going to see how to create a bucket. So what we will do, first we are going to click on this create bucket. Now here you can see the region we have selected the Mumbai, right? So that's what it is showing here. So whatever the nearest region you can select that. After that bucket type you can see we have a two. One is a general purpose, second is the directory. Recommended for most of the use case and access pattern. We use a general purpose, so we select this. Directly also you can select, but the processing data within a single availability zone. So when your requirement is like this, then you can select the directory also. We are going to select the general purpose. After that we have to give the bucket name. So bucket name, make sure it should be a unique. So let's give the bucket name core data dev. You can give any name like this I am giving. It should be unique, otherwise it will throw error. And after that you can see copy settings from existing bucket. So if you already have created any bucket and if you want to copy the settings from there, you can use this. As of now, this is the first bucket we are going to create. So we will create a new bucket and the settings. After that, object ownership. Control ownership of objects return to this bucket from other AWS account and use the access control. So for access control, we use this option. So you can see we have two option. One is a ACL disable, ACL enable. All objects in these buckets are owned by this account. So whatever the objects is there, right? Everything will be owned by this account only. But if you enable, right, object in this bucket can be owned by other AWS account. So whatever the objects you have, that can be owned by other account also if you will enable. So we will disable as of now. After that, block public access. So you make sure you enable this because you don't want to access by other people, right? So block all public access, or if you want to give a public access, you can uncheck this. So we want to block all the public access. And bucket versioning. So if you want to create a versioning of your objects, so you can select that, so that accidentally if you are deleting any files, right, it will create a replica so that you can easily recover. So bucket versioning you can disable or enable. So let's make the enable. And tag optional. So this, suppose you want to identify this is a dev, this is a QA, this is a prod, so you can also mention the tag here. After that, the encryption. Server side encryption is automatically applied to the new object stored in this bucket. So default encryption, you can see server side encryption. So we have a three types: server side encryption with the Amazon S3 managed key, server side encryption with the AWS key managed service key, and also we have a dual level. So we are going with the default one, S3 manage access key. This is the encryption we are selecting. After that, bucket key is enable. Now, after that, we just have to click on the create bucket. If you will click on the create bucket, right, you can see general purpose bucket, and this is the bucket which got created. So this is the bucket, this is the region, and this is the creation date. You can see if you'll open this, click on this. Here you can see we have an object, and you can see metadata information, property, permission, matrix, management, access point. These are the things available. What we are going to do, we are going to first upload a file, and if you want to create a folder, you can create a folder also. Suppose I'll click on this create folder. I want to create one folder branch. So this is the folder I want to create, branch, and click on the create folder. slash, it shouldn't contain the slash, so I'll create a branch. So this is the folder I have created. Like that, the multiple folder you can create. Under this, if you want to upload any file, click on the upload, click on the add files, and any of the files you can upload that. Randomly I am uploading one of the file. This is the file, and click on the upload. Click on the upload. You can see file got uploaded. I have uploaded one of the image. You can upload any of the anythings here. So you can see one of the object which we have uploaded. Now if you want to see the property, this is the URI you are getting for accessing the particular object, and Amazon resource name. Now if I'll go to the bucket, in bucket what we have done, this is the top level container. Under this you can create multiple folders. Under that you can upload any of the objects. So if I'll select this, if you want to download, you can click on the download. If you want to delete, you can delete from here. If you want to uh, take a multiple action, right? If you want to rename, edit storage class, this all the things actually you can handle from here. And all the properties section like bucket versioning, whatever you have selected, right? You will be able to see from here all the encryption and all those details. And if you want to change, you can change from a properties option, and the permission, whatever the permission block or access we have given, right? And that if you want to change, you can change it from this particular option. Now what we will do, we will see how actually we can delete this particular bucket, because we have done the practical, right? After doing the practical, we will see how to delete so that no extra charge and we can save our credits. So click on this, click on the delete. It may throw you error, this bucket is not empty because this bucket contains the file, right? So you can see we have a branch folder, and also we have a few files there. So click on this folder, click on the delete, and you can see this is a branch. And if you want to delete, select this delete. You have to write here delete, click on the delete objects, so it will be deleted. Now we have only bucket. Under this bucket, whatever the folder was there, we have deleted that. Now if you want to delete this bucket, click on this, click on the delete. You can see this bucket is not empty, it is still showing. So first you have to click on the empty bucket, and you have to type the permanently delete here. Click on the permanently delete, click on the empty. Now click on the exit. Now it is empty. Now if you click here, click on the delete. Now you have to type your bucket name. This is the bucket name. Click on the delete bucket. Now your bucket is deleted. Now again it is showing this the option. So like this actually you can manage your whatever the credits you have. Now if you go to the AWS, right, cost and usage, below you can see we have a total $120, because whatever the cost setup budget we have done, right, for that we got right $20. So as of now we have this much. And so I hope you got the idea how to create a S3 bucket, how to upload a file, and how to delete if you want to delete.